When the map first loads, you'll see the entire state of Utah. To make sense of what you're seeing, take a look at the box in the upper right-hand corner here. This is the legend, which indicates the score or percentile each color on the map corresponds with. When viewing the HPI score, areas of dark and light blue indicate fewer healthy community conditions, whereas areas of light and dark green represent places with healthier community conditions. Below that is a button that indicates which geography you're viewing. In this case, we're viewing tracts or census tracts. This box will change as we interact with the map. If you're ever not quite sure about what's shown on the screen, simply return here to be reminded. Now let's take a look at a specific census tract and learn more about its community conditions. We'll jump to a census tract in Weber County. When you select a tract, the Details panel on the left will open. The first item is where this community is located. Here, we're in Harrisville. Next, you'll see the HPI score, followed by a visualization of where this score falls within the 4 quartiles, from least healthy conditions to most healthy conditions. You'll notice 2 leader lines with the city and county average. This gives you a snapshot of how this neighborhood is doing compared to the overall city or county. There's a following interpretation sentence to help you make sense of the score. We've included some general information about the tract, including its ID number and the number of people who live there. Below that are the 8 policy action areas with visualizations indicating each policy action area's percentile rank. In this panel, we drilled down specific information for each policy action area. Let's take a look at economic, for example. When you click the arrow here, more information is revealed, including an interpretation sentence, plus a list of every indicator contained within this policy action area, their value, and their percentile rank. Immediately, you can begin to see the nuance that the Healthy Places Index affords. While the overall score in this tract may indicate fewer healthy conditions, it's not uniform. There are indicators, such as employed, that this community is doing well in. You are quickly able to identify the positive assets in a neighborhood, as well as those conditions in need of improvement, or the health opportunities of this community. If you see an indicator of interest, such as per capita income, you can click further to get more information. As with the overall HPI score, you'll get a visualization and interpretation of this indicator's percentile rank in this census tract, as well as a host of specific details about this indicator, including a straightforward definition, the indicator's value, and here, how this indicator connects to health. This connection to health text explains the linkage between this indicator and health outcomes. Our goal with the Utah Healthy Places Index is to make it easy to take data and turn it into action, giving you the tools to improve your community's health. That's where the Policy Opportunities section comes in. For each of the HPI indicators, we've provided detailed policy guides that offer specific, actionable, relevant, and evidence-based policy solutions. When you click on the Policy Opportunities button, you can view a summary of policy actions linked to this indicator with more details available if you click through. For each policy, we provide a short description, examples of the policy in action, and links to reputable resources for detailed guidance on implementation, toolkits, templates, and in some cases, funding opportunities. While we're here, let's look at one of these icons. These are benefit buttons, flagging that this policy has extra benefits, in this case, health. But there are also a host of other icons, including those for policies that benefit equity, the environment, quality of life, and more. We're excited to offer this detailed suite of evidence-based policy solutions, alongside the wealth of data in the Utah HPI. Returning to the previous menu, you'll see that below the policy actions, we've provided the full technical definition for the indicator as well as the data source and years. You can return to the community conditions to see the policy action areas and the overall HPI score by clicking the back button here. Beyond the policy action areas and individual indicators is our detailed health and racial equity panel. The community conditions section helps to describe a neighborhood, but it doesn't tell the whole story. That's why we've added key measures of equity and diversity. Up first is a detailed race-ethnicity profile of this census tract. You can see both large and small categories of race or ethnicity and national origin here. By clicking on a race, such as Hispanic or Latino of any race, you can see the subgroups that are represented in this community. In this case, of the 15.8% of the population that are Hispanic or Latino, 69.1% are Mexican and 17.3% are Puerto Rican. Many small subpopulations are geographically dispersed across Utah. If you want to see how people who are Hispanic or Latino of any race, for example, are distributed in the state, you can use our Filter by Race or Ethnicity tool linked here. More details about this can be found in the filtering video. Finally, we include 3 priority measures of equity and diversity visible in this section here. The Race Ethnicity Diversity Index measure, which is a measure of the diversity of this community. The Race Ethnicity Diversity of Electeds measure, which indicates the race and ethnicity composition of this county's elected representatives compared to its population. And finally, the Historically Redlined measure, which flags if this community was redlined by the Homeowners Loan Corporation in the early 20th century, an important measure of historical disadvantage that continues to have impacts today. As with the HPI indicators, more information about each of these measures can be found by clicking the arrow on the right-hand side. From here, we encourage you to explore further by comparing this neighborhood with other communities or by using any of the other features and functions we have available.